My lovely Pisces, if you want your own personal reading or one-to-one spiritual life coaching, you can email me. So let's get into the present energy for you. You can have old emotions resurfacing, or it can be an old situation that you tried to run from, you tried to ignore, you tried to sweep it under the rug. That's once again going to come to the surface. So you still have old emotions that can be keeping you stuck. So if you are specifically a Pisces that is single and you want to be in a relationship, you want to be connected so bad, and it's not working out for you at the moment, it's because you have these emotions that are actually getting in the way of you having new energy come into your world. And it's like you can be in solitude right now, or you could be in a place where you can have a lot of downtime to yourself. And if you are in a season of solitude, it's almost like your singleness in this season is not punishment. It's not a curse. You're not cursed. You're not punished. However, some of you are at a place where you can't take any more pain, or you can't take any more heartbreak. And what's going to happen is, if you continue to move forward with these old emotions, you're going to keep repeating the same cycle. And this is the reason why your love life is stagnant, because you need to answer to yourself. You need to answer to yourself. You need to address what's going on inside that you are like, in a way, running from. It's like you need the courage to address these wounds. You need courage to address these inner problems that are kind of like hindering your love life. And with reparenting yourself, do you have a situation with your parents that it breaks your heart, but you refuse to look at it? You refuse to address it. You refuse to like journal about it, and you just want to move on, and you want this beautiful, perfect love life, and you don't understand why it's so hard for you, or why you could have had a breakup. Some of you could have had a breakup 6 months ago. You could have had a breakup 2 years ago, and you can still be like just stuck in this place, and you could struggle with peace and harmony. And at times your mind can be a war zone. You can be a Pisces that can possibly try to overwork. Some of you could have even started to drink in order for you to not have to feel or face these old emotions. And honestly, it can be as simple as you admitting to your own self that, like, if you want to say it, like, my mother and my father really failed me. Like, they really, really failed me. If that is what your confession is, it's just time for you to like admit it to yourself and purge it. And the reason why you need to do this, so you can stop reenacting out your wounds in your relationships, okay? So if you're sick of it, if you are so sick of it, and you want to get to the bottom of this, because there's new energy that Spirit is opening up for a lot of people, and it all has to do with like purging the past, purging the pain. But if you are too busy trying to act as if you're okay, and you don't want to take this time of solitude to really get deep with yourself, you're just going to be like stuck and feeling like self-pity, and how come everybody else seems to be okay with love and I'm not, even though that's not even the truth. The truth is, everybody's going through something, even if you are in a relationship, you still gonna go through something with your man, with your woman, right? Nothing is gonna be perfect. But for you, it's like, it's time to, let me see. Yeah, it's time for you to like release this sadness. It's time for you to release this depression. It's time for you to rise up out of this. If you even had an ex and you felt like the ex could have hurt you, some of you too, tripling your income, your money's going to be good. And once again, your money could be good because you can be so focused on your money. That can be your way of like trying not to think about your love life. Like, oh, I'm just going to focus on me. I'm just going to focus on my money. And it could be a defense mechanism because you just feel like a failure when it comes to love. And that could be a hurtful reality that you don't even want to think about. So this message in the beginning is to tell you to stop escaping yourself. Stop trying to run from yourself. Like, truly sit down and confront what's going on inside you so that you don't have to reenact it out with another lover again. Okay? Yeah, you just like, you trapped in your head, you trapped with these emotions, and you don't know what to do with it. And that's all you got to do is just admit it to yourself, you know? If deep down inside, I'm just going to make up a name. You have, you know, Ricky from 1992 who broke your heart and who hurt you. It's time for you to just address this. If you had a parent, a sibling, anybody who ever hurt you that got you so defenseless when it comes to like love and operating, like you may have a lot of toxic situations, or your love life may feel like a war zone, like literally like war, like arguing, bickering, back and forth. What you don't really know is that it's repressed emotions that you're not taking care of. All right. And you can want to be in a relationship so bad so that you don't even have to face yourself. But spirit is like, you gonna face this, baby. You gotta release it so that we can give you something way better. Some of you too, there's a huge increase when it comes to your finances. A huge increase to the point where you may wonder, is there a glitch in the system? you go and you have this big check and you like, is there a glitch in the system? No, it's for you. Spirit is trying to give you inner peace. They trying to make peace in your mind where there is war, baby. There is a war. Now, for many of you, the reason why this is important is because look what you have on top. Some of you could be invited to go out on a trip. Some of you have a lot of peace. Some of you have a divine masculine or a divine feminine who's going to be presented in your life, but you don't want to sabotage it. All right. Thinking that everybody's the same, or if you're still holding on to somebody who hurt you. Let me see what else is going on for you. Ooh. And if there is somebody who hasn't apologized to you yet, it's because they're afraid. They're terrified of you lashing out on them. This is why they haven't come back around and apologized. All right. Some of you too, it's just you're protected. The person hasn't come back around because you're truly protected. But let me see what else is coming up for you. A lot of joy. Yeah, you need to speak up. You've been holding back for too long. You're going into a season where you're going to be way more honest. And I hear uplifting. You could be uplifting people and uplifting yourself. That's another thing too that you can do. You can be a Pisces that you could become extrally involved and emotionally tied into other people's things, because helping them is a way of you feeling complete within your own self. Because once again, you could be afraid to address your own self. So you start to overindulge in helping other people, or you speak up for people, and through other people, you're really speaking for your past self that you felt wasn't protected. That's another thing. Do you feel like you had parents that didn't protect you, and your parents play the victim, and you felt like they didn't protect you? They weren't there for you, and it could really, really hurt you. Spirit, just be honest about it and give yourself compassion and validate that experience for yourself so that you won't have to keep walking around in these wounds. All right. Not for nothing, because it's hard to confront yourself. It's not easy. It's not easy to confront yourself. Like when you are working through your shadow, it's pretty tough. That's what you could be like running from. The emotional grief that comes with having to address how you truly feel. But once you do, baby, you ain't gonna be the same no more. With grounded just means that you're gonna feel way more stable, and you're gonna feel more safe, like within your body and just within your environment. All right. If you feel like you're on edge and you're always trying to find something to do and trying to distract yourself, or put on the TV or put on music, like you could be afraid of silence. Like complete silence. And it's because it's like you don't want to hear your mind bring up those issues that you still don't really know how to address. You could be running from it. So once you do address it, once you do cry it out or write it out, whatever you got to do, you're going to feel way more grounded. You're going to be like, woof, like a load has just come off of you, baby. You're going to be ready. You're going to feel way more joy. A lot of you too could be upset because you feel like you settled in the past. You don't have to hold on to that no more. You know, holding on to that. If you just tell yourself that, make a promise to yourself that you won't settle anymore. You know, sometimes people want loyalty from other people, but they're very disloyal to themselves. Like what Spirit is saying is that the loyalty that you keep giving into other people, you need to give that to yourself. So it just means like if you promised yourself that I'm not going to settle anymore, be loyal to that. Stand on that. Stand on business about that. And don't ever go back down to like the people who could have hurt you or betrayed you. It's like stand on business in this season. You're going to see how much more joy. Speak up. Speak up about how you truly feel. You know, like one thing with Pisces, you could be struggling with, you don't want to be confrontational. You don't want to be confrontational, so you try to hold back your truth. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you try to hold back your truth because you don't want to be confrontational, when you do get triggered, it's going to be the biggest blow up that you've ever experienced in your life, and you don't want that. So if you have something to say, speak up, and you're going to find so much more joy. You're going to notice that people will meet you halfway. You just got to speak up. Don't act like you ain't see something when you really did see something. All right. I don't know why this keeps. Yeah, look at you. Look at you. You are pissed. You are so pissed. It shows rage. That means you could be walking around with a smile on your face, but underneath the surface, you are so angry. There is a war going on inside of you, baby. You baking like Thanksgiving's turkey on the inside. You flaming. You're angry. You're mad. You know, you could be struggling to forgive your own self, and you could be struggling to forgive somebody from the past that hurt you. Or some of you could even be struggling to forgive your own parents if they betrayed you, or you felt like they weren't there to cover you and protect you and be there for you or love you so that you could love yourself in such a strong way that you won't allow people to come into your life and play with you or play with your time or play with your energy, play with your money. You wouldn't have to have dealt with that if you had better examples. Some of you too, rapid refund. You might get a refund. I just see there's just a big check coming to you, and you needing to forgive yourself and be honest with yourself. You know, like if you're single and you deep down inside, you really want to be with somebody, be honest with yourself that you still could be holding on to unforgiveness, or you could be holding on to someone that you're waiting for them to come back around and apologize and they haven't yet. But yeah. So that's what I see. Let's see who is coming in your energy for this week. Some of you could have lost a lot of friends. You could have been betrayed. A number could have been done on you, and you are regretting allowing certain people to be around you or be in your life. You could be, you're going to have some old feelings resurfacing because you need to purge it, baby. Let me see. Who's coming towards you? A juggler. Somebody who can be struggling with depression. It's like this almost wanted to come in like this. Like I would tell you this person is like someone who's like happy and outgoing and living it up. But with this like sideways, it could be someone who can be struggling with their happiness. Like they can have depression at times. They have a lot going on in their life. Let me see who's coming towards you. Somebody who would want commitment. I don't know why this is a secret. Somebody who wants commitment, but if things are moving slow, what you don't know is that they're secretly suffering with depression. You know, they can have high highs and low lows. That even sounds like, I'm not going to use that term, like bipolar. They say when you have bipolar, you have high highs and low lows, you know? So it's like somebody who's struggling with their mental health, and they could be hiding it from you. Yeah, sometimes they're distant from you. It could be a Virgo. They feel this connection with you. They definitely feel this connection with you. Whoever's coming towards you, they're going to feel the connection with you. But what they're going to be hiding is that Even though they do want commitment, they could be juggling a lot. They can be juggling some depression, and I don't know why they're hiding it. Yeah. It could be a fire sign, because these are both cards of fire. So this could be an Aries. This is 2 Aries cards, or it can be a Sagittarius or a Leo. It just shows a lot of fire energy. See? They have an ending that they have heartbreak. Somebody's coming to you with heartbreak. Spirit says this is a pattern that they need to release too. I'm telling you, when they say like attracts like, that joint is so real. You can see that right here, that like attracts like. You're struggling to let go of heartbreak. This person, they're going through a huge transformation, but they have lots of sadness deep inside of them, you know? They like to look out for other people. They like to help out people. That's how you'll know who this person is. And it's like, even though they are distant at times, they don't want you to think that they're giving up on you. They're not. This is somebody who's going to want this connection with you. They can even have fears around money. They can be going through money issues. They have bad spending habits that they need to release. They need to release bad spending habits, and they need to release feeling rejected. This person is going through a lot, but they are healing. That's the biggest part. That's the biggest part. Because look, it can also be an Aquarius, but this person could be like healing, sleeping a lot, you know. If this person is resting a lot, or if you feel like at times they're all up on you and then they're distant, it's because they could be healing their finances and just healing their mind, you know. Let me see more about this person. Yeah, it says 4 of Wands. I knew it. They're gonna want to be committed to you. They can see themselves having a lot of peace and happiness with you. You guys are gonna have a soulmate connection, which means it's just like a lot of good times. A lot of good times. A lot of love. It can also be a Gemini. Yeah, so it says a new beginning. It shows a new beginning. Somebody who wants to work with you. It shows Ace of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and a brand new beginning. All right. Some of you too, if you have somebody from the past, they want to reunite with you, but they could have a third party, and that's why they haven't come back around, because they have a third party. But if you have somebody completely new, some of you are going to be happy because if you take an exam, you're going to pass it. And that could have been weighing you down as well, like your future and what you are going to do next. Your profession, you had to take an exam in order to get certified, and you could have been afraid. This is also going to be a person that screenshots your pictures. So if you guys exchange social medias and they have an app of yours and you have pictures that you have IG, you post it up on IG, whether it's going to be in your Instagram stories or just a regular post, they're going to be screenshotting your pictures and looking at it. So this is going to be a person that is intrigued with you. Let me see. Hold up. Aww. Yeah, this person, this new person that you're going to be attracting in is going to wonder if you think about them. They're going to be hiding their feelings from you. And if you have an ex that you were waiting on, and you suspected that there was a third party, you are right. They would tell you, if you have an ex, they would tell you that, yes, there was a third party. And they don't know if they also feel like you're stronger now. Like they can't intimidate you the way that they used to. They can't threaten you the way that they used to. They feel like you are way more stronger now. But they're at a crossroads, your past person. Your past person, they don't know if they should fight for this or if they should just move on. You know, because they could have felt like being in the relationship was a lot of work. So you have a past twin flame that definitely has a third party. Like if they were cheating then, they still have a third party now. All right. And it says that they're also trying to learn how to love themselves. Ooh, and it says, I hate that I hurt you. You didn't deserve this. Please don't blame yourself. It was my fault. So they know it's their fault. If you have a past person, they know. See, I feel like this is this is the rage. This is where the rage is coming from. I just targeted the rage, guys. I just found where the rage is coming from. This is what's pissing you off. Like, you just want this person to be honest. Like, just be honest with you, just to tell you the truth. You want this person just to come out clean. They're not telling you this. They're not telling you that I hate that I hurt you. You didn't deserve this. You know, they're not apologizing for it. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is something that I learned. This is something that I live by. This is something that I'm so grateful that I was able to embody. You need to learn how to give your own self closure. The worst thing you can ever do in life is wait on somebody to give you closure. Because sometimes they may come around to you and say something and it doesn't ease the pain. It doesn't ease your soul, you know. And at the end of the day, if you see them in a certain light, just because they say sorry, it doesn't mean that it's going to make you feel any differently about them. Why? Because what they did already happened. The pain is already, the damage is already done. The damage is already done, you know. So just be careful on what you feel is closure. Be careful of you wasting your good years away waiting for someone else to make you feel better about what they did to you. All right. So in this reading, they're taking accountability of what they did to you. The thing is, I don't energetically connect to them actually saying this to you. So that's the thing. You could be wanting them. It's like you have pain and you wish that somebody can come and just take the pain away. That's why it says heaven is here to help you. And they still look at their phone hoping that they can see a message of you. They still look at pictures of you too in their phone. So this is for the past person. Let me see if the past person has a third party. What's going on between them and the third party? Let's take it there, baby. What's going on between them and the third party? Some of you can be thinking about plastic surgery or getting any kind of surgery. It could be for health issues or it can just be like cosmetic. All right. Ooh, Page of Wands. You might hear from this past person because they don't know what you've been up to. Like you are like very mysterious to them. They could be reaching out to you. They are disappointed that things didn't turn out the way that they hoped. And some of them could be realizing that deep down inside, a part of them wants a new beginning with you, but they don't know, you know? It's like they're still trying to find their own happiness and they're still trying to find their own peace. Or they can be in between two people. They can be holding back from you. They could be holding back from you because they are invested in another connection. If they're not working on things with you, it's because they are invested in another connection. With Empress, it could be a connection that's beginning to grow. Tell me more about the connection. They could be with a fire sign. They could be with a fire sign. Or they could be with an air sign. They do argue, but it looks like they're trying to work on this connection. And even though they are trying to work on this connection with this person that they argue with, they could be heartbroken over you and watching you and just thinking that you're getting attention from other people. All right. What else is going on? Yeah, they're giving into the third party. It shows it. They're definitely giving into the third party. It's definitely a connection that's growing, but they're just not sure if they want to continue with it because a part of them wants a new beginning with you. All right. What about with the new person? With the new person, your new person is just overcoming heartbreak, period. It's the same thing. They have a big, big heart. This could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's somebody who's going to want this to grow, but they could be overcoming heartbreak. So this reading is all about heartbreak and overcoming. Let me see what else is going on with you. Some of you can be buying like incense. You could be buying candles. You could be buying sage. Let me see. Let me see what else is going on with you. You may even struggle to be around people. Like people may invite you out and it's like you fighting depression. One minute you may feel like, I can't wait for the weekend. I'm going to go out. And when the weekend comes and people say, oh, come out. You're like, I might just stay inside. Yeah, spirit wants you to be strong. Now, one thing that comes up is infinite supply. You are supplied for all your todays and tomorrow. So if you are concerned about your finances, just know that you're going to have money that comes in onto your journey. You don't have to worry. That's the first thing I heard too for this reading, is that that there is money coming, or a check that's coming in the mail. You can expect to receive a miracle when it comes to finances. I feel like spirit just wants you to focus on peace. They want you to focus on peace in your spirituality. Like through your spirituality, this is where your peace will come from. This is why people start to tap into spirituality, because they know that through spirituality they can heal. They can heal their mind. They can heal their heart. They can find the peace that they are looking for, you know. Sometimes when you can't do it on your own, that's when you need a call for assistance from like God, your spirit guides, to help you. Let me see what else is coming out for you. Yeah, you have fearless love coming in. You better decide on what you want. You're about to be once you purge this pain, you're going to be in alignment with fearless love. So it's coming towards you. All right. And let's see about work. See, you have success. You have money coming. I knew that was coming. You're going to be exhausted. Some of you, if you have a job, you could be working overtime, but it shows lots of growth. Spirit wants you to let go of your illusions of fear. You keep thinking that you're not going to have enough. You're not going to make enough. It's not going to be enough. You have a lot of financial growth that's coming into your world. Keep focusing on your dream when it comes to your finances, because you have money coming in. I'm going on to the extended. I'm going to do a full spread on your past person as well as the outcome. And I'm going to do a full spread on your new person. I'm also going to give you messages about your family, your friends, and if you have children on the extended, which is going to be in the description box. I send you all so much love and light.